How do I become an active listener?
Pay attention to the conversation. Ask questions that make sense.
It's just that sometimes I feel like when I listen to somebody, it goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, because you're not paying attention to what they said and not trying to interpret it. You probably thinking about some bullshit.
Probably thinking about what I'm going to say after and not just paying attention.
Exactly. I just remember what I wanted to say earlier. Something my nigga Steve said. He said, I don't listen to listen. I don't listen to understand. I listen to move. I said, damn. I listen to move. And I thought about it and I said, yo, first thing I thought, I'm like, yo, that's how hunters hunt, nigga. Like if I was a lion in Africa or a wolf, I'm not listening to footprints to say, oh, that's a zebra. Oh, that's a deer. I'm not listening to understand that that's a zebra or fucking deer. I'm listening so I can attack. That might fly over people's heads. So, yeah, what's good, brother? So I do like a 2-question joint with the call. So that was the first one.
How do I get into spirituality?
You start in the mirror. It starts with you. Spirituality is your individual connection with God or the universe or a higher power, whatever you refer to. People be thinking they gotta read a book. People be thinking they gotta watch some videos. No, it starts in the mirror, asking questions that you want the answers to, and coming up with answers. Going into yourself, diving deep, challenging everything you think and believe. All right, brother.
Second question I have is pre-med stuff. So I know you're talking about you're in the pre-med and things like that. So like right now I'm in the process of getting like shadowing hours, uh, doing different opportunities, and how is your like progression towards that too? Because like for me, it's kind of like difficult getting my foot in the door right now. So like,
What
be
year are
cool to
you?
get my advice on that. So what?
What year are you?
So I'm sophomore, actually junior year for college now. So like third year.
So you start your third year in the fall.
Yeah.
At this point, you should have already been. And I'm not saying that if you're not, it's over. But you should
Mhm.
already have been joining organizations on campus that are relevant towards putting you in those positions.
Yeah.
Attending fairs and conventions. Really, they're called fairs, like the college fairs, the job fairs, the career fairs, to make connections with people that
Yep.
work with these companies, to put yourself out there, to network, to market, etc. And what else? Already been doing research to prepare your resume in the ways that you want to, so that when you go to these people, you can communicate and market yourself in a way that you've prepared to.
Yeah.
For
That's
example,
not. That's
my
mainly
name's
been my.
Ty, and I'm the treasurer of this Oregon. You know, this I always been wanting it to be blah blah blah, and I think I'll be a good fit at this company because I work with this blah blah blah, and like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's mainly been my thing too. Like for me, like it's been difficult, man. Like I've been to those conventions a little bit. Like, I got like 5 things on my resume, nothing special. So like I'm trying to build that right now and get that situated.
Triangle, are you?
I am right now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So yeah, it's just a matter of consistently digging for those opportunities. It's one of the most popular fields, and you gotta
Mhm.
realize like if you around, let's just think about this thing. You're not competing with a lot of people. Competition at
Mhm.
the top is very slim, the which is good and bad. It's
Yeah.
it's it's good because like okay, you're not competing with a lot of people, but the bad part is that the people you are competing with do not around. They're not the kind of people that you see in internet comments hating and criticizing others because they don't spend time on social media wasting time. They're not the kind of people that you
Yeah.
hear moaning and complaining and distracting and at parties and at clubs because they're locked in. So anytime you
Mhm.
bullshit, waste time, fuck around, stray off the path, you just put everybody else, which is a small group of people you were competing with, ahead of you.
Mhm.
That'll be the last thing I'll finish that with.
All right. Thanks, man.
For sure, bro. I appreciate
Nice
it.
talking to you.
Lock in, man. It's good, bro. Call your conscience, brother.
And so like, here's my question. It's like with girls, it's like I could flirt and I could do it well sometimes, like it's out of nowhere. But
Question,
it's,
question,
and
question. What's the question?
how do you start it? Like I know how to talk to, or not. I don't know if I'm asking you, but
A
like,
question. Yeah, a question starts with who, what, when, where, or why.
it's like how do you start flirting with girls? How do you just start talking to them out of nowhere? Like
Out of
they're in your
nowhere.
stream, you start. like earlier in your stream, you was talking about small talk. You start with small talk, then get to the actual point of the conversation. I'm trying to learn how to do that with girls.
I'm gonna do whatever I feel like doing with what's in front of me. That's why it's no script. It's no tutorial. I might introduce myself to this girl and say, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you." And I'll shake her hand. And then the next girl, I started off with a joke. Then the next girl, we meet in such a unique circumstance. I might meet her through the drive-thru. I might meet her walking in my. I just told a story the other day, like when I was doing that Gavin Lamont reaction, and I was like, "Your real mouthpiece is tested when you can create situations from what's already there." I told y'all. I was coming from the parking level going to the floor I live on, right? And she had pressed the button. You know, you be in the elevator and you think that your floor, it automatically go to your floor, but somebody pressed the button before your floor and it fuck you up. So I accidentally walked up, but I peeped I was on the wrong floor and she came in. And I was like, damn, you had me thinking I was on my floor. And it automatically, I said it like low-key, like with a smile, and she said it, she smiled and laughed. And after that, the conversation just started in a way that was just, and it wasn't small talk. It was just random. It was just something like that. Or it might start with, let's say I'm in my apartment or something, some chick walking past with her dog or something like that, and then her dog try to like jump up, and I'm like, damn. And it's a real small dog. I might make a joke and say, get this aggressive animal away from me. And then she might be like, oh my god, I could just make some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like it has nothing to do with small talk. It has nothing to do with being formal. You know what I'm saying? You can just do what you want.
Yeah, I get that. Like, is there any way to like improve that circumstances? Like any of it you gave, but in school, because like I'm only a sophomore.
I don't give a fuck if it was school, the gym. I say personally, I don't really like risen at the gym. When I go to the gym, I play music and I just live. Like me personally. But it's guys that do that at the gym. You know what I'm saying? You could address the situation with what makes sense. Like if I just have to spin off of my personality. I'm sarcastic. I got a sense of humor like that. So if I'm in the gym and I could have just imagined myself bagging a chick like this. Just I already know my personality. I know how I predict what I would do. Let's say she lifted and I'm like, how many sets you got left or something like that. And she's like, oh, I'm on my last set. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go after you if nobody caught it. And she's like, okay, fine. And she's like, okay, cool. And I might follow up with that and say some shit like, don't hurt yourself, big guy. Or I don't know. I just troll, bro. Like I be trolling through my personality. I never said that before, but I could just see myself joking like that, like playing or around, like just to throw my sense of humor in there. It can come from anything. It's coming from you at the end of the day. Are you bold? Are you assertive? Are you funny? Some niggas like being seductive more than they like making jokes. Some niggas like flirting more than they like being seductive. Some niggas like, it's all different things, bro.
Understandable.
It's a freestyle. It's no rules. You know what I'm saying? All right, bet.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Cut him off early. Chat, the way I try to get y'all though, if y'all notice, I don't try to get y'all to say, okay, here's the one way to do it. I try to get you to notice it's like having tools in your belt. It's like having a smoke bomb, a grappling hook, a flashbang, a Glock 19. You got all these different tools that you could use for different situations. Or you know what? Right here, I'm gonna be respectful and charming. But right here, I'm gonna be charismatic and funny. But right here, I'm gonna be formal and seductive. Like you could mix that shit up however the fuck you want when you having a conversation, bro. There's no one way to do it. But you might find is that, like I said, all guys have different strengths though. For me, I'm better at being seductive and charismatic than I am being charming. 904 Jab, I appreciate the 4 months. Look at this corny ass joke.
Dojo to the moon parakeet Lukanonga.
Didn't even say it right. And you don't even have yourself as your profile picture. You hate your face. Don't talk about mine. But like I was saying, you could just mix it up in so many different ways that you start having fun with it, bro. You start realizing like, you know what type dude I am? I'm not really a charming guy. Like I'm more so charismatic. Like I like making jokes. I like talking to groups of people. I'm outspoken. Or like me. Or I'm a quiet dude. I'm more laid back. So I benefit from being seductive, talking real low, getting calm. I'm like very calm. So I'm not very charismatic, but I'm calm and seductive. Like you start playing off of your own shit, bro.
Yo, so I just had a question. I'm kind of introverted like you in a little bit, and sometimes I'm in the fraternity, right?
Yeah,
And I DJ at the fraternity all the time and shit like that for our parties. So like,
yeah.
used to me and all that for playing music and all that. And don't get me wrong, I could talk to girls and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not really good in like big social settings around drunk females, drunk people around me because I'm not a big drinker. I don't really do all that shit. So it's like when people come around me with that type of energy, it's like I'm not really attracted towards it. But at the same time, I feel myself losing so many
Right.
opportunities.
So what's the question?
Uh, basically, how do you do in like big social settings like that? Because I seen you at like the Atlanta party in your video.
You already got it. You already asked your question. But you peeped with the Atlanta party. Was
Yeah,
I running around?
nah,
Or was I
boy,
chilling to me?
every chance to me.
Then some of the stuff wasn't caught. But then the first group of demons, they drove by in the car with their windows down.
Hmm.
See, I'm laid back, but I know how to take advantage of opportunity. They drove by, looked at us. I said, "Hey, yo, come here!" And they sure enough pulled over and came back.
Mm.
Lowered them into the Dooney van. You know what I'm saying? Lowered them into the layer. I ain't.
Yeah, yeah,
Now I do walk down on chicks, but that was just a situation. I was just laying back. I was just cooling and
right.
kicking it because I knew it was gonna be hundreds of chicks walking past. So what the fuck I look like running around? They all gonna walk past anyway. But
True.
I honestly, the first thing I thought of when you was explaining everything you was talking about is I don't need to come at women in this environment. Like I don't need to. I don't. Do you eat and live at the club?
Nah,
Exactly. So like it ain't like that's the only space for you to get women. Some dudes like only going at women at the gym. Some dudes like only going at women. Some dudes don't talk to women at work. Some dudes like talking to women at work. Like that ain't the only situation that you gonna be in. And for not everybody be drinking at the club either, or these little parties. You know, frat parties and all that.
nah, that's true. Uh, am I allowed to ask another question?
So I'm gonna be real. It's
Yeah.
another thing I would take advantage of too, personally, if I was a DJ or a performer or when I start making music.
Uh-huh.
Is you often notice that performers they perform and they get real intimate with the crowd.
Right.
Like you're not just back there
No.
like you might play a song and then you vibing with it and then you catch eye contact with a chick in the crowd and then you like slick dance with her from a distance and that low key invites her over. Or you might even point at her and say, like, that's all you gotta do, and then she might come over because she know you behind the booth.
True. And it's like your own space, your own environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
musicians do this all the time. Like they might be like rapping, and then they say, and then they already know that after the show, that bitch gonna be right by the stage when the show over,
True.
because he already done the hitter with his eyes.
That's true. All right.
A different
Uh,
little game to take advantage of.
I'll be sure to do that. Am I allowed to ask another question? Or just
I keep it at two.
okay, two. That's fine.
Yeah, so
So
you got your second one.
all right. So my second one is, how do you keep in connection with people? Because I'm a real personal person, and I can get people to like me easily. Not that I really care about people like me specifically, but like if they seem to connect with me easily, I get the numbers. But how do you keep in contact with them? Like I get in contact with these big important people, but I don't find myself having much to offer to them. So I'm going to stay when
Well,
I
that's
get in
why you
contact.
can't keep in contact with them because if you think you have nothing to offer and you dealing with a person who their time is valuable, then you have to be valuable to get their time.
Right. Okay.
For example, I don't go on dates. I'm not a chick is not gonna meet me. We're not gonna like. She's not gonna. We're not gonna go on a date. I'm probably going live on a any given weeknight. I'm probably playing. I'd rather be playing an instrument. I'd rather be going live. I'd rather be making a video. I'd rather be learning something. So guess where she's gonna find me or spend time with me in my environment. She gonna have to wait till the stream done. She gonna have to come over, or come with me while I'm already doing something I'll be doing. Like yo, I'm about to go shopping. Come with me. Help me pick out some stuff. Third. Or I'm about to run up here. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to be super convenient because my time is valuable. So I'm not sitting here saying like I'm going 5-6 dates this week. I'm just personally not in that type of space no more.
Were you ever in that space? Like when you?
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
nigga!
Okay.
It was a time I only focused on women.
That's kind of at the point where I'm at now, but I'm in college, so I gotta stop.
I wouldn't say any nigga should be like that though, because that was just nah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, for sure, bro. I appreciate you. Nigga said ever. Nigga, what? How you think you run a roster of 20 plus? Bro, I remember I made a list in my notes. I say, yo, how the fuck many women I talk to right now? It was 28. I knew something had to give, man.
I had just started me a TikTok not too long ago, and it's starting to take off. And I want to know, like, how do you get, like, what's the best ways to transfer the people that you got on your TikTok over to your YouTube channel? How you did it? Like, any advice on that?
Well, the most common sense answer is having your links all attached in your bio and shit. Also, in my videos, you could see my social media outlets at the bottom of the screen of any of my clips.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the ones people be posting now, but also it's making sure that when people are enjoying the clip or the viral moment, it's relevant to you. Meaning, when a speed clip go viral, the reason it went viral is because of speed. Or a Bruce clip go viral, or Aiden clip go viral, or Kai clip go viral, or something like that. It's something specific to that person. It's not like some people with clips will go viral, and it's nothing that they really did. It's like nothing that they really. It's like I don't have to watch you for this to go viral. For me, I was breaking shit down, so the clip was relevant to me. Let's say a Speed or something, his personality going crazy. He's trolling. He's making jokes. So if you want more of these jokes, you go find Speed. You want more of this breakdown, you go find me. So if your clips ain't giving somebody something that they can find from you, even if it's entertainment or value, they gonna try to find that again.
Okay. Well, I do dating advice, so I be giving out game and stuff like that. Because I've been watching, like, I've been out in the field and I've been learning from you and other creators. So I be trying to help out men with that, because I feel like nowadays, like, bro, I be watching your streams and I be seeing how dudes will literally, like, put their life in your hands. And I feel like, bro, that's like so up how men mentality is nowadays, bro, and they need some guidance. And I just want to help.
Ain't nothing wrong with guidance, but people don't trust themselves no more.
Yeah. And I feel like I just want to help them, like, start believing in themselves and start learning about a lot of the stuff that's going on out here and bettering their lives.
Lock in, brother.
For sure. Second question. Yeah, I gotta ask this. So I know you, like, I don't know all your spiritual values and, like, the stuff that you, like, how deep you went, how much you know. But, like, when it comes to, like, breaking that down to women and getting them to understand how you see the world, like, how slow should you take that?
That's not really the proper question. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a question of like slow or long or it takes a long time what you're really trying to ask is what do they get first? And at the end of the day, couldn't have said it better myself, but it's something my guy Steve said. I always quote my guy Steve because we go back and forth with this shit, man. He said, "She will become more to me once she shows me that she can become more than what she already is." And one thing about this is you can't force it on nobody. They have to be open minded. They have to show you that they listen, that they're authentic. They have to prove and earn that trust. And that's how it's spoon fed. You know what I'm saying? I might try to filter her out with that. Like, she thought she was gonna come over and get some, and I done read a book to her. We didn't had a conversation about some serious, like, spiritual shit, or we just had, I ain't even lead with being horny. We done had a conversation about, my purpose, my passion. I'm talking about all this shit. I might try to filter her out with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is she interested? She's like, oh, I'm not really into this because I'm into this. First of all, that's not even half of my books in my crib, and I order like damn near 2-3 ones every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got all the crib full of instruments. I talk about the music theory all across my piano. Everything is up here. So I'll try to bore her to death where intellectual will become more interested.
Bet.
All right, for sure, brother. I
Damn.
appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
All right, for sure. All right, God damn, chat. The list building up. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
What's good, G? What's good, G? What's going on, bro? Clear your conscience, brother.
Yeah, this might sound a little cliche, but like my question to you is like how to get better at asking questions, to like I guess put you in like better positions with like higher ups or like
What
jobs.
position we talking about? Okay, jobs.
So like or yeah, jobs. I'm about to give you an example, but yeah, jobs.
No, go ahead. Give me an example.
So like the other day I got this internship with this agriculture department and I was talking to the grant coordinator and I couldn't think of like some better questions I could ask them and stuff like that, but that's just an example.
The first thing I would smack out the water is that it's not only it's like they will not look back and say, you know what, we offered this young man a job from the internship because he asked the question. We offered this young man the job because he asked the question. Guess what? It'll be in how you carry yourself, how they can see your ambition, your hustle, your determination, your sincerity. Is he sincere? Is he really asking questions that he think we want to hear, or is he asking questions that he needs to know? It's a difference. Because I could ask a question that's really challenges them. How does this company, bring the best out of the employees, or how does this company? Honestly, I wouldn't even start with that because I'm already going to bring the best out of anything I do. So I might not even ask that. I'm trying to make up questions that challenge them. But I might do that to show them that I'm not just here to I'm not here on bullshit. I'm here that y'all need to not be wasting my time as well. How does this company deal with conflict? How does blah, blah, blah? And they say, damn, what kind of, he's a thinker. He pays attention. Bully, I appreciate the 3 months, man. And I say that to say, it ain't just a question. Even, see, my Patreon members know this. Even the questions you ask tell somebody who you are. So even through my questions, they're gonna tell my character traits, my characteristics, how I think. Because I can come in and ask them a question and say, what's your policy on customer service or some shit? Versus asking a question like, how does the company deal with conflict? What are the company's solutions? What is the company's projected growth? Like, how do we measure growth? What's a good standard for improvement? Well, how does the company judge work ethic, or how do they judge blank? What are you looking for when you like these questions? Show my intention. They show how I think. So the reason I said Patreon members notice is because every question, statement, anything from my body language down to my eye contact, how I smell, and how I put my clothes on is an opportunity for me to present myself to the world. And it's a missed opportunity when you bullshit. Oh man, I just I do this one. I ain't really give a fuck. So you presented the world to show you don't give a fuck. Maybe that's what you want to show. Or I wasn't really looking them in the eyes, and I was really like slouching in my seat. You're presenting yourself in everything you do. So people judge you based on that. People get a perception of you based on that. How you present yourself. And it never ends. It's in everything you do. On every level.
Okay, yeah, I follow you with that. I don't got a follow up question, but yeah, you pretty much hit it from me. Appreciate that.
All right, for sure, bro. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Yeah, man.
Excuse my accent, brother. I'm not actually American. So, my first question is,
No, it's not a problem. I talk to people with accents all the time. You're all right.
cool. The problem is, I was the person who talked about subconscious stress, right? So, what I mean by that is, I don't know what I'm stressing over, but I know that I have some stress in my subconscious. How do I deal with it? How do I figure it out? I'm not able to figure it out. I need your advice on this. Peace.
How old are you?
18.
18 years in your skin. And
Yeah.
you cannot communicate with yourself in a way that solves problems. You can't go in the mirror and ask yourself what is wrong, what is bothering you, and get a real answer back. I'm only saying this to say that now you come to me, right? I give you a valid solution, a good answer, quality answer. And now you are that much further away from yourself when you had an opportunity to build a connection with yourself. Because when shit got difficult, you gave up on yourself and said, let me go ask somebody else. You said, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Where I would start is, I would notice the patterns. When does this stress come up? What do I think about beforehand, and then I just start feeling the stress? Do I wake up and I feel the stress? So what did I go to sleep thinking about? Can I not go to sleep when I'm thinking about the stress? So what is it on my mind that's bothering me? And I would go closer and closer and closer to the elephant in the room and apply pressure on my problems. My problems don't apply pressure on me. I apply pressure to my problems. I'm the pressure. So all this
I
whole
get you,
something's
bro.
bothering me and blah, blah, I bother my problems. Why? Because I face them head on. I go towards them. Fuck, I don't like how this video didn't do good. Fuck, I don't like that this went down. Fuck, I don't like that I lost money this month. What made me lose money? What made this do bad? What made this do good? I attack my problems.
Yeah,
And maybe
I
you
get
won't
you,
get the
brother.
answer. Maybe you won't get the answer the first try. That's why it's called pressure, because it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? You keep applying it.
Okay. So can I ask a second question too?
Yeah, yep. Y'all get two.
Okay. So I am flirty, but I come off as too aggressive. How do I deal with that?
Give me an example.
Uh, Wait a second, bro.
How could you call yourself something you don't even know what you're talking about? You can't give
So
me an example?
yeah, I was searching for my Instagram DM, bro. So this girl was liking all my stories, and then she put on a story saying that if I like your stories, get in my DM.
And you
So I
said, what did
responded
you
to that.
say?
I said, in the story she said, it said, I am
I know what
flirting
she
with you.
said. Yes, I know what you said. So what'd you say to
I
your
asked,
DM?
I asked on a story that you think you can flirt. So she said, yeah, I guess so. I said, I doubt that. So she said, that's up to you. So I said, how can I believe you until you don't show me?
She already showed
So
you by
she said,
liking the stories. But let's say
yeah,
you're trying to say that wasn't enough flirting for you to see it proved.
yeah.
So what was said next?
So she said, sorry, I'm so sorry. She said, do I have to? I said, do you want to? I know
Okay.
that I wrote it wrong. I shouldn't have asked that question. So
So how you talked about being aggressive? I've not seen one aggressive moment. You're aggressively
I don't
losing
have
her
a
interest.
example of that, bro, really, but I know I scare off bitches by being aggressive. I know that. But I
So why
don't have
don't you
a
have
example of
example?
like because I've dealt with it in real life and I don't remember that.
I'm kind of calling bullshit on it because if you don't have an example, if you can't say, all right, this happened and this happened, and this is how I knew it was too aggressive. What can I do about that? Imaginarily talk about aggression?
I can word it by saying it I come off as too strong. Maybe you can
I
give
know what
advice
being
on that.
aggressive means. But if you can't give me an example, I don't know how. Too strong might be you might be talking too loud. You might be talking too
No, 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 no,
fast.
no, no, no.
You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that can be aggressive. You can be aggressive and physically aggressive. You can be aggressive
Aggressive.
verbally. You can be aggressive with the eye contact. You're staring at her like you want to murder or something. You could be aggressive with. So what are you talking about? You have to be specific.
I'm talking about the aggressiveness when you turn the stove up to 100 notches.
By doing what?
By saying a thing that is not supposed to be said too fast, I guess.
So if you know it wasn't supposed to be said too fast, why'd you say it?
Because I don't know what to say before that.
Good answer.
Like, I don't
Good
know the
answer.
phoneme stuff.
Stop. You realize the problem with it wasn't even when you said it. It's what you said before that.
Yeah.
That's where it's too aggressive. Because your positioning Now it's coming from left field. It's out of the ballpark. Goddamn, are you? This is how you're. This is what you're starting with. But had you positioned yourself up to that moment to say that, and it made sense, like it was the following line. Like for example, you go into the DM, and you're talking about the flirting. You let it on pretty well. It was something like I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. You told her, do I? She said something like, "Do I have to? If you want me, you will.
Yeah.
If you want me, you will."
Okay.
Right? Like it's just aggressive. It's just out of the ballpark. It's just off track. It's just that it just had no type of positioning. Like the positioning was bad. The timing was bad. It's a time to turn the heat up 200 notches. Yes, it is a time.
So how do I work on the positioning and timing?
Pay attention. Notice the context, right? It was just this clip going around, right? YK Osiris. Honestly, I really should use this to make this point.
Yeah.
He like going all the girl, it was the girl Suki Hannah, right? He all touching her and being all super overly aggressive, made her uncomfortable, all that shit, right? It was a clip before that where she said something to him like, you a little ass boy, I'll turn your young ass out. So she actually challenged him. See, people looking at the second clip of him going overboard, because it's going overboard regardless. But they didn't see the first where she was like, "Oh, I'll turn your little ass out. You a little ass boy to me. You better take your little ass on somewhere." Whole time when she said that first statement, see now he tried to prove himself. I knew he didn't have game when I did a reaction to him a long time ago. So because he don't gotta have game, he don't realize. Now he tried to do something bold to overcompensate and prove himself. Now he's scaring her. Now he aggressive. Now he just violated her space. Now he just did too much, trying to prove himself because he thinks she want him to do that, instead of leading it how he wants to lead it, having any type of transition, any type of fucking human being social skills. Like what the fuck? When she said that, she's playing a word game. She's not playing a touch game. So you beat her with the mouthpiece. You chew her up with your mouthpiece. You ain't even got to touch her. He could have touched her with his words. But he said, she told me she was going to turn me out, so I'm going to kiss her. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck? Man, you could have set her straight with your mouthpiece and she would have said, "Oh, really? All right, so do it then." So now who wants to turn who out?
I got to tell you what I said after this. I said you have the opportunity to show me, but that isn't happening.
Already, this is what I'm saying from these whole DMs. She already showed you she wanted you when she was flirting and liking the story. Why are you not leading it somewhere? Why are we just chatting about who needs to do what?
Yeah, that's why I asked for the number, right? I asked you have the opportunity to
Did you
show
have
me,
to ask her for a number? Why you ain't just send your number?
I think that is too strong, I guess.
How is it strong to tell her what to do? She likes your story and then made a post that said it's flirting when she likes the story. Slide in my DM. She asked you to slide her DM, and you send her your number. Do you not realize the context doesn't make it aggressive?
Yeah, I didn't realize that actually.
Pay attention. That's all it takes. All it takes is paying attention.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Gee, I'm starting to think y'all do not know how to read the room. Read the room. Read the room. Read the writing on the wall. Read the room. That's all it takes. I saw somebody, JB said something in the chat. Hello? And I see True Cam in the chat, man. Shout out True Cam, man. Shout out to True Cam chat. Hello?
Yo.
It was good, G. It was good, G. Clear your conscience, brother.
Nah, I just got a question here. You meditate?
You know what meditating is?
I've been just getting recently into it. I'll be using the Waking Up app with Sam Harris, if you know who that is.
Right, yes. Tell me what meditating is.
So I would say it's going into a state where you're trying to be aware and conscious, basically.
If you had to tell somebody to meditate, you would tell them to be aware and conscious?
I know the steps of
That's
meditating.
that's mindfulness.
Yeah,
That what
yeah,
you just
being
described is
mindful.
mindfulness. Mindfulness, and it's different types of meditation,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So when you say meditate, I could be meditating just by talking out loud to myself. That's meditating, because to meditate means to ponder on your thoughts, to pay attention to your thoughts, to think deeply,
Hmm.
to pay attention. So I could be meditating just by going on a rant, talking to myself out loud, planning a video. That's a form of meditation. You might be talking about, crossing my legs and saying,
Nah, what I'm thinking with meditating is like just being aware and noticing and observing without judgment. You get what I'm saying?
well, awareness. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah, you meditate?
I just answered your question. I said
Oh,
yes.
nah, I thought you was just agreeing. All right, so if so,
Yeah.
how do you find, like, what is your progression with it? How do you find, does that help you? Like, how do you nitpick?
I don't do it to help me. I do it because I just do it. I do it because I pay attention to my thoughts. I pay it for my reasons that I do. I like thinking. I like talking my thoughts out. I like listening to what I'm thinking and with a purpose and a reason. And I could describe how it helps me, but I'm not necessarily saying I do it to help me. I do it to help keep myself grounded in myself. Otherwise, I'll start listening to other people's thoughts, other people's opinions, what other people think, other people's perspective. I'm listening to me. I'm tuned in with the closest person to me. That's what it's for.
Got you. So the question was more so how does it help you rather than what you're doing it for.
Right. Yeah. So I just answered it when I did that.
Got you. No, I appreciate that, bro. Stay up.
Sure, bro. Lock in.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, Chad. Who want to go next? Y'all ask these kind of sometimes y'all be real weird with y'all positioning with some of these questions, man. It's just real weird. Hello?
Hello?
I be knowing what y'all be trying to say, so it don't matter. Yeah, what's good, G? Clear your conscience, brother. Lock in,
I was
twin.
just asking, are you ever going to bring the book series back?
Of course.
So, when would you bring it back?
I don't know.
You don't know what books you want to read to the chat? Or for a video?
That's what I don't know means. I just answered 2 of your questions, so you sold that fast.
All right, bro. I was just wondering.
No, for sure. But I answered honestly. You know what I'm saying? I do want to bring it back. I just don't know when.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. All right, bro. I said I don't know. He said, so you don't know when you... Nigga, that's what I don't know means. Nigga, what the fuck? No, that was funny as shit, though. No, I definitely want to do more of them. I would probably start with books I already read and then dive back into them and start rhetorically analyzing them. And then not do it how I did it before where it was live reading, but more like a edited B-roll video essay type of series. I think that'd be more interesting. In my head, it is. I want to go next, chat.
Yo.
Yeah, what's good, G? I can hear you. Clear your conscience, brother.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. How do you get over depression? How do you get out of a deep hole?
First thing you got to do is realize you're the only person who's going to drag you out of that. Number 2, when you're depressed and you're in a hole, your entire perception and the way you think is tampered. It's just not realistic. It's biased. And it's biased because it probably has some narrative on top of it. And the narrative is probably something like, oh, you can't do it. No matter what you do, it won't change anything. Or don't even try. It's a heavy narrative. So that's the problem. The problem is the narrative. Because another person who's not depressed, but actually wakes up in the opposite type of energy, which is, I'm waking up flying out the bed. I'm ambitious. I'm attacking my goals. I'm attacking my dreams. They have a different narrative. And then that person's narrative is what? It's, I have these goals I want to achieve. Here's how I want my life to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Here's the type of person I'm choosing to be. So that depressed person is a victim of their narrative. And the person who's attacking their day or super ambitious and super energetic is in their story, they're not a victim to their narrative. They're attacking in their narrative of themselves. They attack their goals. They attack their dreams. Life is a victim to them. Life is reacting to them. They're not reacting to their emotions and their thoughts. So you got to change that narrative, which is the difficult thing, because you got to like go outside of what you believe. You got to go outside of what you think. Something has to change that, and it's only you. Nobody can motivate you out of depression. Nobody can, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to sit here and say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to choose to think differently. I'm going to choose to break my habits. I'm going to choose to fake it till I make it, for real, for real. But the real problem is the why. Most depressed people can't get past the why. Because the why not is so much stronger to them. Why not? Why would I anyway? What's the difference? It won't make a difference. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to believe it'll make a difference.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like I don't believe myself, and I've been like, the only reason how I know I'm depressed is like I've been sleeping a lot lately, and I just graduated high school. And
they call that
yeah,
I think it's stress sleep. Like some people, when life getting hard and super tough, you can either break down or break through. Keep in mind that's a choice. So you said I just been sleeping a lot. Like that's it. Nobody tucked you in, laid you down, and said, "Here you go, son." You laid down, right?
Yeah.
You could have you could have equally chose to do something else. And I know what you're talking about because I know what that's like. That depressive sleep. You sleep because you're tired, and you're more tired because you keep sleeping, and you sleep because you're tired, so you go back to sleep, and you wake up tired. It's just you always tired. But there's another level of tiredness. The tiredness where I went to sleep super late because I was grinding, and I woke up super early so I could grind. So I'm always tired, but I'm tired of being tired. That's the problem. I'm tired of being tired. That's why I'm not going to sleep no more. I'm grinding. Fuck that. I'll do anything not to go back to that. This is an attitude. This is a choice. I'm choosing to do this. I could choose to keep being sleepy and tired and lazy. It's a choice.
Okay. So where should I start?
You should start by holding yourself accountable and say and realize that the longer you choose to be lazy, or excuse me, I'm not even going to say lazy. The longer you choose to stay stuck in that hole is the longer you'll stay in it.
Okay.
Start realizing that you are creating the habit. So you have to be very aggressive about breaking habits. This is why when people talk about breaking habits, what's the key word? Break. When you break something, is it soft? Is it gentle?
Nah.
No, when you break something, it's aggressive, it's hard, it's assertive, it's mean. Right? So in order to break these habits, you have to be very assertive about what you do, what you think. You have to really take the initiative. Like when you wake up and you say, "Oh, I don't feel like doing it." You gotta say, "You know what? F this weekend shit. Get the fuck up and get off your ass." Like you have to be you have to make an aggressive, assertive transition. Nothing about it can be half sloppy, lazy, indecisive. You have to take the initiative. This is what you gotta tell yourself. That's the only way it's gonna change.
Okay. Cause I just graduated high school. I don't really know what I want to do, so that's probably why. But I understand what you're saying.
How you gonna figure out what you want to do when you keep sleeping?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's all I'm saying, bro. All right, so I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yo, I came in the crib last night after I left where I left chat, and it was like 2 a.m. I got back home like 2 a.m. I think. And I came back and my neighbor was listening, like blasting music. I'm like, yo, this is why I never get noise complaints. We both be up. Yo, what's good, bro? Okay,
Let me mute this up.
Yeah.
Hello?
It was good. Clear your conscience, brother.
Yeah, bro, I'm basically on here because, like, I'm trying to get to the level how you was with Toxic Time, bro. Like,
yo, it's a lot of noise going on in your mic.
It's because I'm moving my laptop, but I'm saying I'm trying to get on the level of Toxic Time.
What level is that?
Being able to bag a whole friend group and just being on a whole different level. Because the way I am now, like, I don't
Why
have
you
trouble.
why you gotta be toxic to do that?
I don't know. I just think that's the best way though. 'Cause I ain't trying to
What
get
makes
into
it the
no.
best way?
What makes it the best way? Shit, I'm not sure. I just know it's the best way because you don't get no feelings involved. You're not getting hurt or nothing like that.
But you hurting people, so is that the best way?
It's not that I'm just trying to hurt nobody. I'm just.
No, I'm
It's like
telling
I'm
you
not
what
just
happens. I'm telling you, but you're hurting people. Is that the best way?
that the best way. The way I'm trying to do, I'm trying to be like player, but I'm not necessarily trying to hurt nobody. I'm just.
Toxic is not player. Now you just described two different things.
I feel you. Mm,
So this
yeah,
one,
let me-
I gotta call you out and challenge you on what you're asking for, because you ain't really asking for what you're asking for, and I wouldn't even tell you. I'm not toxic, Ty. I'm not toxic. I don't be toxic no more, and that's not the best way to do it. That's not the only way to do it, and it's definitely not the quickest way to do it.
It's not the quickest
It's
way.
it's not even how I was doing it.
How you was doing
It just was toxic because I was once I would get a hold of the chick, I would just like I know how to keep my locks and do what I want. She wanna stop messing with me because I'm messing with other chicks, so I start flirting my way back into it and I start finessing my way. That's the toxic shit. Not keeping it real and being players, keeping it real and letting her decide what she want
I
to do,
feel you, but
and
it's
she
like
choose anyway.
in high school that's not gonna work. Like
It did work in high school because I was doing it in high school.
you was player
It
in
don't
high
work
school.
for you.
You was telling girls the truth, and
Yes,
it was working.
nigga, I had 2 girlfriends at once.
See, that's how I'm trying to be, and it's like I don't necessarily want to hurt them, but it's just like shit.
But they gonna get hurt. That's
Like,
not your control. That's not your power.
that's what I'm saying. That
And I'm
sounds
not
like
saying it's cool to have 2 girlfriends at once, but they knew about each other,
I'm
didn't
trying to
like
have
it.
other girlfriends at once. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the way. You think it's cool,
I'm
bro. I'm
trying to.
here to tell you. I'm here to tell you it's not
It's
cool.
not
It's
that I
not the
think
way.
it's
So
cool.
you
It's just
ain't gonna get it from me. So you need to ask a different question.
okay. I need to ask a different question. Okay, how do you be on that level of player? Like how are you now?
How many women have you came at in the last 2 days?
Probably 2 or 3.
You
Just
ain't
off
doing it.
Inst-
You ain't doing it enough. Just off of Instagram?
just off Instagram in person. Nah, I'm not on that level yet. Cause we in summer right now, so it's just like I don't see females my age enough. I'm not on that level
How
of
you
type
think
of
you gonna get on that level then?
bro. You know how hard it is find girls your age like during summertime. It's like you gotta go to some like pool party. Like they don't be at the mall no more. It's just I be trying to find females my age, so it be hard.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Boy,
I'm
I had the
17.
most women in my life from the ages of 16 through
Thing is,
18. From
I
16
just
through 18 was the
I
most.
just
When I
moved.
got
I
to
just
college, I
moved.
became more busy. Every time you got an excuse. I just moved. It's summer. It's no none of my age. It's why we got more excuses instead of solutions.
I'm gonna find a solution. I just know it come with time.
It's been summer for how many months now? A month, right? Summer started the end of May, right? Excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm fried. I said a month. A couple weeks now. Let me tell you
Nah, I mean,
something. Do you have a job?
yeah, I got a job out here.
Okay. I was meeting women at my job, on my way to work, in my neighborhood. We're going on walks in the trail. I was meeting that woman, hanging out with friends, going to hoop. They might be at the park. Going to I worked at the mall, so that was pretty convenient because I worked with chicks, and then when I would go to on lunch break, it would be chicks at the mall. And then when I was at work working at the register, chicks would come up to the register. You cannot tell a nigga who worked at a mall is in the entire summer that women your age don't go outside and don't go to the mall. You ain't say you worked at the mall, but you said they don't go to the mall anymore.
Yeah, cause I've been here a
When
couple
don't they?
times. Not the mall I live, but I gotta go to a different one. I see that.
You ain't only gonna see women at the mall, playboy. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if I saw her on the elevator, the mall, and if I did want to, the gym, and if I did want to, going on a walk,
You know what
the drive through. I don't give a fuck if I'm in my passenger seat, my mom in the driver's seat, nigga. I'm going at the.
I'm thinking I gotta go into like older women now. Just
Another excuse, bro.
no, I'm serious.
First, no.
Older
Stop. You come up with one more excuse, I'm hanging up. You don't want what you asked for. And I called your ass in the first one. I said, how many women you came in the last 2 days? You said 3. 3? Nigga, 3. I'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if I could say 3 in 1 hour. That's low. Terrible
That's low.
for 2 days. Terrible.
That's low.
It's low. It's low. Terrible. You want to be on my level? How the fuck you think I have 28 on the roster at one time? You think I was? You know how long it would take me? You know how long it would take me to get 28 on my roster at one time if I came at
how do
two
you
every
maintain
2 days? 2 every 2 days? How long would that take? Not even considering the rejections. How long would that take to get 28 at once from coming at 2 a day? How long do you think that would take?
Well, that would take a cool minute.
So how many do you think I was coming at in a day if I can get that many at once at one time period?
I'm gonna say 7 girls, 6 or 7, 8.
At least. Okay, let's just go with that. Let's just say at least.
But my
Okay.
next question: How do you
Aim for 5. Can you aim
maintain
for
that?
5? Can you aim for
I
5?
could do that.
Just aim for 5, okay?
You don't think that's like?
I don't think that's cool
I know
either.
you.
I'm not
I know
saying here
you
to say
don't.
have 20 plus chicks on your roster. I'm not saying here because I don't have. Honestly, I'm at a donut, and I'm perfectly fine with it because I'm grinding.
I
I'm
want to
locked
have
in.
20 chicks. I just want to have fun right now. So it don't matter to me.
Right. So I know what you're asking for. That's why I'm giving it to you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to encourage anybody in here to say, "Oh, you need 10, 20, 30. You need motion, bro."
No, I don't. It's not. I don't do it because I think it's cool. I feel like I want to get it out now because I don't want to be older doing this shit. You know what I'm
The
saying?
game don't end. The woman gonna like you no matter what. And if you the kind of
Mhm.
man that you are, you always go for what you want. This shit ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah,
my
but
age.
eventually, I'm gonna settle down. But I want to
Right.
experience every type of woman before you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Before I settle
So
down, so
two
that's
to
what I'm
three in the
trying to
last 2
say.
days ain't enough. If I was really like if it was that's what I'm telling you. The only reason I got 28 because I was trying to get women in any way in any environment I could.
So now,
Nigga,
when you once you get
I was
that,
at school going that shit. I was getting chicks from the school across the street, the schools in the neighborhood. I was looking at all these chicks on Instagram, Snapchat. Now back then Tinder wasn't really a thing and all that, so maybe it was just Snapchat, Instagram. I would see through chicks likes, like what girls liked her pictures, find something like that. Then I might see then I might go to the mall. Then I might go to this party. We might be at a party every other weekend or every weekend or something like that. Then I
I've
might go
done that.
link with. Then I might hang around. I might have certain girlfriends, and then I got certain girlfriends in school, and she got friends that don't even go to the school. So if I'm hanging with her or chilling with her, just as her friend, and she posts me on her story or she blah blah blah. Oh my God, Ty's so funny. Guess what? That's like at least 4 or 5 chicks that just followed me off of her, and I know that they followed me from her, so I already know that they're interested in me. So then when then next thing you know, I might go chat to her. Oh, tell such and such to come to our let out. I'm trying to give you the tactics right now because this is how I was fucking moving. I was hunting.
Let me
I would tell
let
a
me tell
chick.
you.
I would
Let me
tell your
hold on.
friend. I said come to our let out after school this Friday. And guess who will be at my school on Friday after school?
Mhm. That sounds tough.
Come on, bro.
No,
You
what I'm
ain't
saying,
niggas ain't getting it like me. While that
I've
Friday
talked to
quest,
5+ girls,
while
6+
that side quest is finished, we stop talking. We can't hear each
All
other
right,
at
I
the
got
same
you.
time. While that side quest coming to me Friday, it might be Tuesday. I'm already going at 4. Oh my God, man! You don't even want to talk about what the training regime looked like. But I could never do that again. Why? Because I got too much on my plate. I do too much with my time. But I'm telling you, if you really slaying, my nigga, get it. It was no low hanging fruit. It was no food left on the table. It was nothing. I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you.
That sounds fire.
That's what it took. 2, 3 in 2 days is like what? What I stayed in my bed all day? What did I do?
That's crazy.
Like how did I with 3 days? What?
But let me tell you the issue. Let me tell you the issue because I've been trying to say this. Now I've talked to 5 or 6 girls, however you say, but it's hard to maintain that shit, bro.
It is.
It's hard.
If you do
And
what? You know why it's hard to
that's what I
maintain for you?
struggle
You
with.
go on dates, right? You probably pay for dates.
Yeah, we going on dates, we trying to link them and all that. Can't do that.
The most back then, the most I do is go to the movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't going no fancy, but I'd take a bitch to the movies.
And you can only do that but so much. So guess what I found out? That's not gonna work. I also
I
found
know.
out I got limited free cribs. I also found out then boom, I don't have a car. So now I might have to get it how I can. I might link with it. I might be seeing this chick during my lunch. But guess what? I used to have I'm gonna tell you, bro. I used to have to hide during lunch My lunch. Why would I have to hide? I would have to go to the library during lunch. Because if I stayed in the lunchroom, do you know how many chicks would probably try to do a walkthrough and see what I'm doing? Or do a walkthrough? Where he at? Is he in the lunchroom? Is he blah blah? No bullshit. I used to get my food and go to the library.
Bro, I used to have a gay best friend recording me and shit, bro. I know the pain.
What?
Bro, yeah.
Bye. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? What? That just went off the cliff, bro. Whoa, never, never. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I do not know what you're talking about, bro. For all the slayers out there, you really trying to run some shit like that, bro? You're not going to have a roster of 10, 20 plus women. You can't take all of them on dates. You're not, bro. You can have your top 5 get that. But it's not even realistic. It's also not realistic that you can text them all day, every day. Because it's just not even realistic. That's where I started learning low maintenance roster management. Hey, baby, I'm busy. I can't even, I'm not any type of dude. I'm going to text you back minute for minute. Because if I text in 20, 10, let's not even go to 20. 5 minute for minute, 4 hours every day. That's impossible. You got to think about what I had to do in order to manage these kind of things. And the shit I had to deal with. Bro, I had to deal with women telling me all the time, you Hollywood, you ain't never blah, blah, blah. Because she might only be able to see me once a week. Or once a month. So now you got to deal with her. Oh, you ain't never blah blah blah. Now you got to deal with the little attitude when you see this one again, and then now this one now 5, 6 of them want to go to sleep on the phone with you. Now these other 5 want to see you this Friday. It's this one birthday coming up next week. Come on, man. But I don't even try to go there because I don't want to. That was definitely not a very purposeful time in my life. Who next though? God damn, look how y'all joined up on this joint, bro. See somebody say spliff. Don't see you. My fry. Nope, I don't see that. Fuzz. F A B C. There's no fuzz here, bro. Use your Discord names, goofballs. And if I seen that we already had a call before, I'm gonna try to do people that never had calls. I'm gonna tell you something. The thing about the toxic roster and having all that. The thing about the toxic shit is that you deal with I don't even know if I should get into it. It's just it's not the best way to have rosters, it's not the best way to talk to a lot of women, and it's not player. Because at the end of the day, you be dealing with shit like a chick might be like when I think of toxic, bro, I think of small problems making sexual tension. I think of problems, I think of bullshit. When I think of toxic, I think of bullshit. I think if you might get into a small argument with this chick about you talking to other chicks, or I'm trying to think of the toxic shit I had to deal with, bro. Like a chick might DM me and be like, I might post myself at the movies, and she know I might have took her to the movies. So if I post myself at the movies, she might be go, so this is why you ain't text back. And then now I go, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. I'm trying to come up with situations, bro. I just would go on and on and on. Toxic is not the way to go. The best way to go is to be real. Draw the lines in the sand. Say, yo, listen, it's not your place to be saying that to me because I don't talk to you about other niggas you talk to. So if you're going to do that, then please leave me alone. Toxic is playing games. Toxic is like, no, baby, listen, why you always... it's just bullshit like that. I just think of bullshit when I think of toxic, bro. I think her making drama because she bored and she need excitement. Yeah, I think of toxic is just bored. It's just a waste of time, bro.
All right, so look. First off, I want to say, congratulations on.
No, I just brought that funny shit, but my fault, bro. Keep going.
I've been subscribed to you since you had 18K, So yeah, I'm an OG
Tough.
Dojo member. Dojo to the moon,
To
baby.
the fucking moon, man. That's tough. You might cut off.
Can you hear me or not?
No, I can hear you. You just take these abrupt pauses in your conversation.
Nah, yeah, because I'm on my phone right now. Somebody just called me, so like I know it cut out.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, how do I manage like a roster? Okay, so look, right now I work, right, and I'm at work. I'm a lifeguard, so like there's a
So
bunch
you
of
at the pool from? Oh my god, I didn't even think about it. My lifeguard homies that had shit. Oh my god. So you be dealing with the chicks that might come back to the pool multiple days a week, or when you work, and then she bring her little brother there, and
yeah, like it's when I say it's demons everywhere, man.
I'm
Like
already
it's
knowing, bro.
everywhere.
I'm already knowing.
So a lot of the
So what's
times,
the issue?
right? A lot of the times, I'm messing with this girl, I'm messing with this girl, I'm messing with this girl, and a lot of the girls, they be like, oh yeah, I'm not really trying to mess with you because I see you flirting with this girl, you flirting with this girl, like they be trying to mess
I
up the
know.
grind.
Listen, I did it all. Those ones say, okay, go get you a man who's more your type. Women like me. That's the reason you like me. Oh, but you know what I used to get here a lot.
What?
Why are you over there laughing with her? Why you? Baby, this is the same conversation that made you blush. That's why they don't like it. Some women will get intimidated. Like, oh, he has too many women. I don't want to mess with him. Some women will get turned on. Some women will try to check you and control you by complaining. So it's up to you. See, what I know now, though, is that it's really up to you to let those ones know. You can't do that. And if you are, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with that. When did I ever tell you we was exclusive? And if it's too much for you, I'm not forcing you to be here.
Because the other day I had a chick tell me, she was like, "Oh, you're talking to me. I know you're talking to all the other girls just like that." Because I was flirting with her, making her blush, making her smile, all that. I'm on the Patreon too.
That's just who I am. It's just who I am.
Exactly.
See, this a whole nother game. We had to talk about social skills and all this shit. It's a whole nother game when you actually get in rosters now. It's a whole nother game that it's not even been tapped into yet because I haven't been able to talk about that type of shit yet. It's a whole nother game dealing with shit like that. What do it mean when she throwing these little signs that she's trying to be exclusive now, but she really don't want to come off too aggressive? What should you do? When she trying to slickly test you or check you by bringing up other women, how should you handle? It's a whole different game, and a certain way to do it to still go about the way you want to get what you want. So, what situation you specifically talking about, though?
Well, no, it's just a lot of girls they be wanting to get into relationships and stuff like that, and right now at the point in time in life right now that I'm in, I feel like I can't do that because first off, I'm trying to start my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my brand, build my brand, and all that. So I'm at the point right now to where it's just girls coming to DCU and that's it. Like I don't got time to put all this effort into. Like,
and they come right.
Exactly.
Now let me tell you something. Be my vouch, because sometimes I talk about shit and the niggas with no experience think I'm delusional. These pretty women, right?
Yeah, I only
nice chicks.
Exactly.
Right, only mess with pretty women, and they still come to DCU. You got to do 5, 6, 7 dates and all this. So what I talk about is works, is provable, not even just in my life, right?
100%.
Okay, all right.
I don't even take girls on dates.
Now it's not necessarily a bad thing. We don't want to make dates a bad thing. If I want to take a shorty somewhere nice or spend time with her on a date, I will. But the point you just made is what I've been saying since day one. What are y'all talking about? It's how you move, bro. It's how you move. Now, I'm let you be a proof and testimony, because there's niggas is in here, they're like, oh, DCU, man, how is she gonna come over this and blah, blah, blah. And there's some women even listening that may be like, oh, I would never go to the dude's crib on the first date. I would never blah blah blah. Because they never had a interaction or a connection that made them want to spend time with a dude like that. They just don't even know yet. She don't even know yet. She'll change her whole standard for the dude that she actually got a connection and a vibe with. But this is the only kind of conversation we can have when you make it to the winner's table. This is a winner's table conversation. Not the niggas that'll say, oh, bro, you pre-select, bro. She just, man, it was your Instagram. How the fuck she know how many followers and clout I got if I approached her in real life, nigga? I'm not even wearing a diamond chain. I didn't pull up in no Lamborghini, nigga. She thought I was a regular dude. She don't know nothing.
Exactly.
She don't know nothing about my conversation.
Nah, and there was
They
one
don't
thing. There was
even.
one,
They so far from it that we talking about DCU. That's all you can do. And guess what? That keeps the roster low management. You ain't got to plan this, plan this, plan that. And they do it because they know that's what it takes to spend time and with you. He be at work this much time. He's this busy. You know what? I understand. She might work a lot too.
hmm There was actually one thing I wanted to speak on. So I know I heard you say like on previous live streams, you be talking about like you can change a girl's whole type, right?
Yes.
So there was this girl, right? There's this girl at the at my job, pretty little John, right? And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, she only messes with Mexican dudes, like woo doo woo, like she don't mess with no other race." I'm like, huh?
The,
So
the things the things losers tell you.
exactly.
I've been
So
told she only mess with girls. She don't even like guys. Or she like hoopers. She like dudes with money. She like this. Oh, her last dude was this. I'm already talking to her. I don't even give a fuck what they talking about.
exactly, and real Slayer's gonna be like, "I ain't listening to you, man. I'm finna go see myself. I'm finna go see what's up." So I go over there, raising her up, talking to her, woo doo woo, building this rapport. Played the first week. And I'm black, right? I'm black, and the whole thing was, oh, she only like Mexican dudes. Woo, woo, woo. Played the first week, but mind you, I kept it
Funny
on the
part
low.
is, they might be right. They might. She only had probably messed with those certain type of dudes, or let's say it was hoopers, not just messing. Let's say she messed with hoopers, the hood niggas, the street niggas, nerds, or and football players. They might be right. That might have been her type until she met me.
Exactly.
And you only get that pride. You only get those type of experience in those moments when you go against the grain. You go against all odds. Chat, I'm trying to tell you. I can sit here and tell you, oh yeah, I was messing with this chick and I had her and she had a boy. I think when niggas think I'm telling shit, I'm just chatting. Like I'm lying about my life or my stories. When this shit is replicable in different niggas' lives. But y'all not used to being at the winner's table. So y'all don't know how the fuck we talk. Y'all, you used to, man, when I approached her, man, she rejected me and it hurt my chest. Or they told me, man, she just got too much money for me. And then, I can't stand losers, man.
Man, I can't even speak on like the amount of stuff you be saying, and people will come in the comments like on the plugs, be like, "Oh, Ty, you said that's cap, that's cap." But real Slayers recognize
They be,
real Slayers. We know.
yo, it's
Like
the
I know.
funniest shit when they think I'm lying. Like I'll be more offended at the fact that they think I have to. And then also, secondly, it hurts me because it's like, yo, it's no way you think that you're outside of your normal experience that my story or something that randomly happened is is a cap. Like, just think about that. That means that his experience is so boring and normal that when you hear something outside of normal, yeah, I was talking to this chick and I said this to her and I did this and then she came over to this. They like, what? Bro, what, bro? I ain't trying to hear that, bro. The whole time I know this shit happened. Like, I lived through this shit, but they come in the comments, oh, cap. What? That's tough, man. It's tough. You only will be able to see it when you like start doing this shit, putting yourself out there, and keep it a being. Never mind. I ain't even gonna say that. I you know what? I'll say it. When I talk to dudes about the marinating game, see, approaching is do or die. Approaching is like, you get her number or you don't. Okay, so be it. I'm damn near, I'm listening. I'm going to be arrogant to say it because I know I can. And I only hesitate to say it because I know I'm going to react and jump left and right. I'll say it. I'm like 95% from the field when it comes to marinating game. When it comes to getting the chick and I'm in an environment with her and she around me on a consistent basis, I'm like 95% from the 3-point line. I'll say it. Yo, marinating, my shit is impeccable. Okay, approaching, might miss this one, might hit that one, might miss this one, might hit that one. But when it comes to the marinating, nigga, my shit like, I damn near get them every time.
Exactly.
Every time.
They see the personality, you talking to them, making them smile every day. That builds up over and over and over. Man,
I'm telling you, and niggas will be like, bro, there's no way you get 95% of the what. I can't. The funny part is I wouldn't even have thought of a percentage unless I sat there and thought about the internet bringing that shit up. Like, oh, what's your pickup rate? What's your percent? Niggas I know that actually approach women don't even. I wouldn't even think that they sit there and think about that. No bullshit. Niggas that I know actually approach women every day and really go at chicks and can walk up to a crowd. I would say, yo, you know what a cold approach is? They would say, a what? What's that? Wouldn't even know. I don't even know about this shit until I came to the internet and see this type of dialogue and videos and content.
Exactly.
Literally.
And I've been seeing a lot of people who think like, who be trying to tell me like, oh, you need this type of car, you need X amount of money. I'm like, you need none of that to bad these women and these bad chicks too. I feel like the red pill is kind of like it's hurting dudes like trying to get at women. It's like changing their whole perception of like what I need to do to get a woman. In reality, all you need is just a mouthpiece of confidence, and you got it, man.
What they'll argue is, man, if she don't even like what she sees, bro, you literally have no chance. I will 100% agree with that on Tinder, on Instagram, where now it's like she has to make a left or right decision. Yes or no. Yes or no. Swipe left, swipe right. Answer this DM, no. In those do or die situations, then yes, nigga, most of the time those dudes get carried by what she sees and she thinks he's her type or she's attracted to him. In a one-on-one conversation, bro, I'm trying to, niggas don't even know. You could walk past the bitch and she could get a whiff of your cologne and then turn around like, oh my God, you smell good. Didn't even look at you though. Or you might approach her and she didn't even see you until the moment you introduced yourself. So we're not even talking about choosing signals. I don't need that to approach a woman. Nigga, I'll catch her if she ain't even looking at me. Then all on top of that, they've never been in a situation where it started off with a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of resistance. Like she ain't really like, not really giving you no pain, no mind. And then they don't see that same kind of woman become obsessed with them. Only when you start to see shit like that will you be able to truly relate to some of the shit I talk about. Because I will see a woman, I ain't even her type. She like dudes taller than me. She like dudes that do this and do that. The whole time she fell for me harder. I wasn't even her type. And the funny part is, she will say this to herself, like, how the fuck did I like him more than dudes I thought I liked, or what I thought my physical type was? Because I never had a mental type. I never had a man, like I never had to dudes set a standard like this. And any ladies listening, unfortunately, it's rare. Why? Because everybody else is trying to be like everybody else. I can only pray for y'all, but it's only so many of y'all I can reach.
Exactly, man. The game you give out is second to none, man. It really is. Let me tell you about this one story. Like the last day I was at work, so it was a few days ago, right? It was a few days ago, right?
And we're going to end it with this story because there's a couple people that want to get in the calls. I'm about to end stream soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
So it was I was at work, right, and then it was a bunch of my boys who at work. They're like, "Oh, it's three pretty Jones over there at the pool," and I'm just like, "Okay, like, where like y'all, did y'all go talk to them? Like, what's going on?" And they was like, "Nah, man, like they're just so pretty. They're so pretty. Like I don't know what to say." They told me that. I was like, "Oh, I'm over there." So I walked over there by myself because none of them went. So I walked up to them. I was like, "I heard there was pretty women over there. I had to come slide," and then what's called bagged him, and I ain't even gonna speak about what happened after that. But like I'm saying,
put your homies on too, right?
You said, "Oh yeah, of course." It was a 3v1.
How you do that? Would you say to introduce them to your homies?
So it was three of them, right? I walked up by myself because none of them ain't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was like, "Look, when I tell y'all to come over here, y'all better slide. Like, don't be acting scared." So I go up there, introduce myself. I was like, I heard there was pretty ladies over here, so I had to come slide. They was like, "Oh, woo." So I introduced myself to all three of them, and I was like, "Look, my homies over there. Is anything over there y'all like?" And then she's like, "Ooh, I like him."
Yeah, so you've been following me for a while. You might have peeped when I said that about the Houston story. When I told that Houston situation when I did that. Is there anything over there?
I look. That's a W I leave right there. Like, you see anything I like right there?
Yeah. What's going on, bro? Clear conscious.
All right, so I need help with my IG because like no nobody from my school really know me like that. You feel me?
So you think your IG is gonna help?
No, I'm not that. I just feel like more people. I want to get more people on my IG from my school. You feel me?
Why?
Like more known.
Why? I know what more people on your IG means. You said like more known. Why?
To be real with you, because I want to talk to more girls. Like that's the only reason. To be real.
You go to school online?
No.
So how the fuck is the easiest way to talk to girls on Instagram when you're physically being with them in person?
You're right. I talked to them. It's not like I'm a nobody. It's not like I'm
I
just
didn't
sitting
call
there
you a
quiet.
nobody. Whoa. Don't let your ego react for you. Listen to what I'm saying. You said, I want to get my Instagram followers up. I want more people from my school to follow me. And then I kept pressing the why. You said, so I can get more women. So I asked you, do you go to school online? You said no. So I said, okay, they're in your face at school, but you want them to be on your Instagram. That's backwards. If you want more women, then the easiest way to get them is to talk to them at school. And you think being known is going to get you more women. No. Going at more women is going to get you more women.
All right. That's all I need to know. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So how you going to go at them? What's going to happen? Tell me.
Say that again?
How you going to go at them? What's going to happen? Tell me.
Like how I would do it in person? Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Just talk to them.
And say what?
I don't even know.
This is why you ain't going to win, man. All right, brother. Try to help him. Next call, man. This is why y'all don't win. This is why y'all don't win. Solution right in front of him. Why is he going to Instagram? This is why y'all don't win. This is why y'all cannot eat at the winner's table. While he's trying to get his Instagram followers up, I already came at 4 of the chicks that he wants. If I'm in school with him. And while he's still trying to figure out how to get his Instagram follow-ups or be more well-known, I'm going at the women. Now a couple days done going by. I already been on a FaceTime with her. I done flirted with her in the advisory period in the beginning of school. I'd already flirted with her at the park near school, after school, at the let out, during gym. And he's still thinking about his Instagram followers. This is why y'all don't win. She would have found my Instagram from me talking to her. This is why y'all don't win. Who want to go next, man? But I want the people that's not winning that want to turn into winners, man. Please. For real. Anything weak will be challenged. Because we got to get rid of the weak stuff that's in your mind. Hopefully let's call it thinks back and thinks about what I told him. What's going on?
Hello there, TyKwonDoe.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, bro? Nice to meet you, man. Honestly, I'm a big fan of you, if you didn't know that. No?
Your voice sounds a little muffled.
No, it's just my voice box,
Alright. So what's your question, brother?
So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm currently battling like a food addiction, and I don't know.
I said, what's your question?
Oh, how do I get over my food addiction?
Stop the problem that triggers you to eat when you start eating.
Like, no, it's uncontrollable.
Well, yeah, that's what makes it an addiction. But you gotta want to stop it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta break the habit. You gotta figure out what's triggering it.
Okay. What did you say is like would be like overeating?
I don't know. That's your second question though. You just asked your 2 questions.
Ty, this is like a major problem. I'm gonna cry.
Nigga clearly in here trying to troll. Alright, who's next? Who really wants to talk and get some work done? 5 toxic. I think it's too hot. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Hello? This is why you lose, caller.
Yo,
what's good, bro? This is a bad troll. How do you suck at trolling? That's crazy.
bro was trying to troll.
Yeah, what's going on, bro? We don't need to waste any more time on that, though. What's going on, bro? Fall back. I appreciate the 9 months. W Hype Train.
Let me on the
Bro.
count.
I have a question about YouTube.
Okay.
I was watching your earlier YouTube video about how to grow with 50K subs, and the first thing you brought up was intention.
Right.
But based on what I think intention is, and how you're describing it, it seemed a little bit different. Can you further elaborate on what you mean by intention as referring to that video?
I don't know what I meant at the time. Can you tell me what you think though?
Got you. I think intention is to create a plan for something. But the way you were describing it in that video, you made it seem more like it was about enjoying what you're doing, right? So I just wanted to know how can I use the intention you're referring to create better videos or to create videos.
Isn't that a plan? Isn't that a plan to enjoy what I'm doing? So how does that take away from the definition that you gave of intention?
It's a good question, bro. I guess for me, it sounded more like have fun with what you're doing, right? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like having fun is a specific thing you should be focused on.
Right. So what's the problem?
No, there's not a problem. As I talked, like asked you the question, I started to understand where my misunderstanding was. Thank you, bro.
Okay. That's your only question? This is what I be trying to figure out. How would changing the definition of intention help you? Like, I'm confused.
No. I mean, I understand you're confused, but I understand now from the fact that I can't answer your question means that I didn't understand it in the first place. And now I understand what I don't understand.
But I just asked you a question. I said, how would changing the definition...
It wouldn't, no. Now
it wouldn't help you at all. Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't help me at all. Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. So you just asked a question that wouldn't have helped you at all. I just wanted you to acknowledge that. So think about that going into your next question.
Damn. All right, bet. All right. So another thing you addressed was you shouldn't look for your target audience. And the example you gave was the fishing example where it was like, you don't know where the fish or the people that are going to like your content are going to be. So you shouldn't try to like make content for them necessarily, right?
Mm-hmm. Focus on the bait.
But you also said every time you make a video, you make it for the viewer. You should have a goal for the viewer. So how can you... Damn, I just didn't see that as well.
Yes, because I know what fish want to eat, so I put it in on the bait. I don't know where they're gonna bite it from or what type of fish it will be, but maybe I know salmon like worms and tuna fish likes smaller fish or some shit. I don't know, but I can change the bait and change the fish. But I'm focused on the bait so I can attract the fish that I want.
Okay, I understand now. Thank you, bro. I truly do understand. Good looks. Yeah.
Yo, I need us. It's not necessarily dumb questions, but I need you to think about your question. Like critically think. The critical part comes from interpretation. Interpret what you're thinking, and then bring it. Like, come on, bro. Who next, bro?
All right, so the first one is I was trying to get like some guidance on going from nothing to something because
the question starts with who, what, when, where, and why, brother.
Well, my question is like, how do I go from? My question is, how do I go from nothing to something? Because I always hear the term.
You already asked. You already asked. Now let me tell you about this question. How do I know what you're talking about? Based on what you just asked. Okay. Thank you. So you gotta realize the more specific you are, every word you choose matters. How do I go from nothing to something? What am I talking about? You could have no food, and I tell you go outside, go eat a leaf. You could have no I don't know what you're talking about. So you said financially,
right?
Why do you have nothing?
Well, I wasn't. It's never mind.
Right? We don't even know where to start. We don't even know where to start. That's the first problem. You don't even know why your problem is there, right? So the second part is, what is something to you?
Well, I just want to have stability. Like my goals for right now.
Okay, that's good. You at least know that one because it's different. That's the important part. Is like, what is something to you? Is it stability? Is it financial freedom? Is it wealth? Is it being rich? Is it, these are all different levels of money, and they imply different things. Generational wealth is different. You know what I'm saying? Stability is different. You know what I'm saying? So What? So you're talking about a salary that will make you stable, right? That's what you're thinking of, being self-sufficient.
Right. Like basically having my bases together, as they call it. Like having
Yeah.
a roof
How
over
old
my
are you?
head, food in my refrigerator. I'm 18.
Okay, so this is the best time to even start being stable, gearing towards stability. So I'm seeing you're not going to college, right?
I mean, like in
Yes or
August.
no? Yes. So you are.
Nah, I'm going to technical school.
So no to college, but yes to some higher form of education.
Right.
And it's going to give you a career, right?
I hope so. I mean, okay, so basically,
Stop. Go to your landlord right now and try to pay them with hope. Go tell them I got hope $100 for this month's rent. Go fix your car with hope. Go eat hope. Go eat hope, please. You know when you just told yourself I hope, you just took every bit of belief of yourself you have away. I hope. Tell me, this is what Gregory said. What rich, powerful white man says I hope? They don't. What do you think they do instead of hope?
they just say they're gonna do it and do it.
What do you got to do before you do it, though?
Plan it out.
Okay. So you're about to go into a technical institute or something. And then and I asked you a direct question. So it's going to give you a career, right? You said, I hope. Red flag. Why are you even going if you don't even know?
I mean, that makes sense, but so basically, it's like I'm a pick up a trade in automotive engineering.
Okay.
So I pick up that trade. I find a mechanic shop just to get some experience, learn the ins and outs. So that way I'll know, okay, this a Kia, it need this type.
Right, so
or
a career. I got you a career. So why'd you say I hope? That means that told me the first answer you give is the right answer. Anything else is you thought about it, so it wasn't genuine. So the first answer you give is always the real answer. So the reason that you said I hope, that means you're uncertain that plan is going to work. Why are you uncertain?
Because I don't really know what I want to do in my life.
But you can at least have a career that gives you some financial stability because that's all you want. You didn't ask for purpose. You said I want stability. It's important because what you ask for is what you will get. You didn't ask for purpose and financial stability. You asked for financial stability. So what did your plan just get you?
Financial stability.
Okay then. So now don't start asking for purpose and fulfillment and shit like that because you only wanted stability. So now you got it, or you're lining up towards it. You didn't put it in the planning process, so why would it be in the plan?
You're absolutely right. You just taught me a lesson.
All right, and that was your second joint. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and that gave you a lot to work
with.
with.
I only asked one question.
Am I right or wrong? Chat. No, you probably right. You probably right. All right, so go ahead, bro. My fault. You probably
so
right.
my second question is, I wanted to pitch a YouTube idea to you.
Why?
So basically, you said why?
Yeah, I had to ask why.
All right, so I mean, cause I watched your channel grow, and then it wasn't like you was like I ain't see you following the trend. Hey, 20 bitches find your match. Hey,
well, that wasn't
smash
a trend.
your pass.
That wasn't a trend back then. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, back then it was like what smash your pass, 5 females, things of that sort. But you stayed true to you, and it all worked out in the end. And then you be on stream, you told us about the sacrifices you made, and then like when you hear it, it really do sound crazy. But at the end of the day, you did what was best for you, and it all paid off. So, so you would be a good person for me to pitch the idea to, and just your perspective would be valuable.
You know why I don't want you to pitch that idea? Because if I tell you it sucks, or if I tell you it's great, it will change what you do. And that's the worst thing you could do when you're trying to live on your own perspective and your own judgment. Because if you trust your own judgment, your opinion is the only opinion that matters. People told me sometimes when I told them I'm a dating coach, because I was 19 when I started. 19? And people listen to you? 19? Like, they doubted it. Wait, people watch that? People what? Not even knowing there's more to it than the actual dating aspect, but they don't even know. They're uninformed. You know what I'm saying? So I pitch
Right.
my ideas, then I would set myself up for failure. So my answer to you is don't pitch your idea. Start learning to trust your judgment, and stop judging yourself.
I mean, but either way, I'm the type I'll do it regardless, with your doubt in mind.
You could say that,
So
but I already plant a seed once you open your ears.
so don't pitch the idea. Ask an alternate question.
You already asked it. I gave you an answer just now. You gotta think about what was just told though.
Nah, that's hard.
Tough. Not what you want to hear, what you need to hear, brother. All right, brother. To the moon,
I
man.
appreciate it. For sure.
I've been watching you like months now, bro, and you helped me improve like relationships, and text, and all that stuff.
Mm.
But I'm better in person, but I can't get the texting part right. That's it, for real.
You are the common denominator. I used to say this to myself. I remember last time I remember saying this is like I was like a sophomore in high school. But you gotta realize, bro, you are the common denominator between a text message, an approach, a note on the ocean in the bottle. A bottle, a note. This is what my guys say. A note in a bottle in the ocean. If you wrote a letter, if you put a note on a dove's ankle, you're the common denominator. So what you choose to say is consistent in all of these situations. So what are you saying?
Hey, I mean, I can send you pictures because I start off with a good intro. I just like halfway through I do that.
No, the point I'm making is that whether it's the intro, the conclusion, or the middle paragraph, bro, you're the common. You're somewhere along the line. You're not choosing what to say properly because maybe you wasn't leading how you wanted to. So you gotta look at that and say, what the was I cooking? Or where was I going when I said this?
That's what I'm saying.
If you
I don't
don't know,
know.
that's the problem.
I started off so good. Like I can show you screenshots. I started off with, like good in my opinion, but halfway through I was like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Just read them out loud.
Nah, there's a lot.
It should only take me 4 messages to figure out why you waste time.
You'll start from the beginning or now.
The intro.
Okay, I got her number from her friend. I'm like, hey, I said, this is me, blank. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I was going to the movies. I'm going to the movies with my cousin. Do you want to come? But there's a lot of guys, so it's cool if you don't.
Why would you invite her to a movies with a lot of guys?
Because there's a lot of guys. So I was going to just go off with her instead of being with them. It's weird to be with a lot of guys.
Why even? I thought you said the intro was good.
Bro.
Why not go separately? Like, why even mention the guys?
Because I didn't want her to like be like scared when you see a bunch of guys. There's like a lot. So I'm saying just me and her.
I said, why not go separately?
I don't know.
Do you think that she wants to go on a date with you with other guys there?
No, I'm saying like I would have went somewhere else. I wouldn't just be there with them. That's the whole weird part.
If you were going with, I gotta like slow this down for you. If you were going with the guys Tuesday, why not go with her Wednesday?
Good point.
You waste sentences and you do bullshit. I thought you said the intro was good. Why even mention the guys? Because then she listened to this like, what the like what? I don't know what's going on. I don't want to go no more. That's what she'll probably say. Like a bunch of guys there don't want to. It's too much going on. I don't even want to go no more. Never mind. No, it's okay. Thank you. Cause like, what are you talking about? You thought he said it's a lot. I took one message you already burnt. But what did she say to that?
She said it's cool. I just need a ride. I didn't have a ride. I didn't have a ride at the time, so I didn't do it. But we started texting after that, and it was going good for now.
Just think about this in general. If the goal is to build that connection with her,
yeah.
Why even mention being at the movie with the guys?
I don't want to like get her started with anything.
Don't you realize that's not the direction you want to go in anyway?
Yeah.
Fuck even trying to not startle her with the guys being. Why would I even go that way anyway? I was better off calling her and having a conversation with her before I even mentioned this. Or texting her and introducing myself. Or I don't like.
Now we already knew each other. But like this is the first time I actually texted her.
How long y'all knew each other?
Beginning of last school year.
How long is that?
4 months, I think. Something like that.
What school year starts in January, bro?
No, but look, at the time I wasn't that interested. We were just classmates.
What school year? You didn't even answer. Do you know how to listen?
Okay, what did you say?
What school year starts in January? You in college?
Nah, it starts in August.
So the beginning of last school year would be a year ago, almost in August, because August is coming up in 2 months.
Because summer just started. So I'm counting the school year that just ended.
Why'd you say 4 months?
I didn't know the actual how long school is.
I mean, did you see her back in August? Like it's been 9 months.
Yeah, but we never really talked.
Did you want her
we
back
knew each other,
then?
but nah.
Okay, all right. That's all you had to say. So what happened 4 months ago to make you say you started talking to her 4 months ago?
I was talking to her in person. I was listening to everything she was saying. She was serious about life.
You added too many details. All you had to say was I talked to her in person. And how did this happen?
I just sat next to her and I started talking.
You had a conversation. And did you exchange any contact information from that?
No.
So what made you do it? What made you make her friend do it for you? Instead of you telling her, I want to talk to you more, I'm interested in you, and I want to give you my contact information or something, whatever.
I was busy. I actually was going to do it one day, but I was busy playing basketball all day, so I didn't do it. I was just busy in the game. Swear to God.
Okay. So I asked you what she said after that, and then you told me, oh, I didn't end up going because I didn't get a ride. Is that what she said, or is that what you chose to say to my question that had nothing to do with the question?
No, she said she can't come because she doesn't have a ride.
Okay. Oh, okay. The way you worded it was weird.
You're right.
That was an excuse, by the way. She would get across to South Africa if she wanted to go see the guy that she wanted. But whatever. So then what did you say after that?
Let me see.
Now you realize that now that this situation and went left, now you got to say something to backtrack or go in another direction, which can happen. That's fine. But what did you say?
She said something else. She said, "That's crazy. Why so much people and follow me on IG?" I told her I didn't have it anymore.
So after saying she doesn't have a ride, she said, "Why so many people follow her on IG?"
No, she said, "Why is there so much people going?"
What did you say after her message directly, bro?
Because she asked me a question, she said it 3 texts in a row. Because I need a ride. Dude, that is crazy. Why is there so much people going? And follow me on IG. That's exactly what she said.
So she triple texted after you tried to invite her out, and that was your first text message ever was inviting her out, and the second message was I need a ride, and the 2 following messages after that she's already creating conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it. I'll just go with it. I'll just go along with it. Then what'd you say after that?
I told her I didn't have Instagram. It's a distraction. And she said, from what? I said, from thinking for myself.
To know you.
School. And
spend
gym.
time with you. Talk to you. But no, what'd you say?
I told her Instagram was a distraction from gym, school, and thinking for myself.
Okay, Socrates.
She liked that. She liked that. She liked it. She said, "Oh," I said I would have gotten your number too, but I had to go soon, so I didn't bother.
You told her I would have gotten your number too, but you had to go.
I would ask her myself.
You told her that?
Yeah.
What is the point of telling her that you're already texting her?
No, because she asked me why didn't I ask herself? Ask me. Why didn't I?
It doesn't change what I said. What is the point of asking me that? I'm already texting you.
Oh, you're right.
I see why you thought it was a lot of messages because you probably waste so much time. You waste so much time. Have you linked her since you got her number? How long have you had her number?
I think like 2 weeks, one week.
Have you linked her since you got her number?
But we plan on going to the gym soon. So
Okay. Y'all plan on going to the gym?
yeah, because she goes, but I go to a different one. But hers is closer to mine, closer to my house.
Okay. Why not say before we go to the gym, come see me at my house?
You're right.
I want to spend some time with you before we lock in.
You're right. You're right.
Should FaceTime her and talk to her now about it.
Now we talk on the phone a lot.
What did that do? Why can't you tell her that then? Right now.
I had to tell her on Discord because my phone messed up. So I be calling Discord.
How believable do you think that is on a scale from 1 to 10?
It isn't, but how my life is. Like everybody's situation is the same.
I completely understand, and I want to say, have a good night, brother. It was nice talking to you.
Okay.
Chad, I want to end the stream on a good note. Don't even address it. Don't even address it. Don't even say shit about it. I don't give a fuck. At this point, all the lies just can slide. Everything get a pass, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's okay. You know what? I believe you. I'm not here to argue. You got it, soldier. Aye, Captain. I love y'all. Nigga said we get on the phone all the time. Then now it's my phone don't work. Which one is it? See, he didn't hear that. Oh, we get on the phone all the time. Oh no, my phone don't work. All right, man, you got that shit. So we did a calls for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. We went way past 1. But I did it for the dojo, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Dojo to the moon, to Saturn, really in the solar system. Let us know you know we exist. Big.